Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I am back with another review. And today we're taking a look at from the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Siege line. This is Generation Selects Smokescreen. I guess this is really the Generation Selects line, but it's a War for Cybertron mold. And like I said, it's Smokescreen. Smokescreen is a repaint of the Prowl mode with a new head. Well, at least what I think is a new head. You see, it's the same head that's going to be used on the War for Cybertron Siege Barricade. So I'm a little confused as to what was supposed to come first, Barricade or Smokescreen. But I got this figure off of Amazon as sold by the website ToyWiz. It is a fan channel exclusive, so it should be coming to various online retailers, and I think GameStop sooner than later. But taking a look at it in vehicle mode, the car does feature all the same accoutrements that we saw with the Blue Streak, namely the shoulder blasters, that if I didn't mention this in the Blue Streak review, or based on the animation design shoulder launchers that Smokescreen had, I do believe this was actually supposed to be out before Blue Streak. The traditional blaster that came with Prowl and Blue Streak, and the nice racer design. The original Smokescreen toy was a slot car version of a stock car racer. So they had a different front end. If you have the Masterpiece version, there was a lot of retooling going on to make it different from the other Datsun Brothers. Have a little bit of the Cybertronian writing there, and it rolls quite nicely. To come in for a quick comparison with its brethren, here is Blue Streak and Prowl, and as you can see, it is the same mold, just with different details. You have the police version, you have the normal retail version, and then you have the racetrack version. Keep in mind, these are all supposed to be Cybertronian cars, so it would be like the retail Cybertronian version, the retail police version, what have you. To be honest, I think Smokescreen shares a little bit more with Blue Streak because of the extra shoulder weapons than Prowl, but that's what you have. And let's give them a shot from the rear. You can see that, nothing much going on back there. Prowl and Blue Streak have that painted bumper, while Smokescreen is just blue, which might be accurate to the animation model toy design. I don't remember. So what we'll do real quick is we will pause, and I'll be back and give you a look at the figures in robot mode. And here is Smokescreen in its robot mode. Few notes to mention right off the bat. With this being the third use of the mold, I have to give a tip of the hat to Hasbro. There is no looseness in the joints. Everything is as tight and secure, if not more so, than on the original Prowl release. And let's be honest, there's going to be a fourth version with Barricade, and I am expecting it to be done just as well. So that's the Seeker mold is still, from what I've heard, I don't have the Target Rainmaker set, but all those actually got better because they fixed the chest piece, but just as tight, no looseness in the joints. The Sideswipe mold, Sideswipe, Red Alert, G2 Sideswipe, just as good. And now with the Datsun Brother mold, which I think is going to, if you right next to the Seeker mold, will be the most used mold of the line. So very good on you, Hasbro. But this is the classic Smokescreen look, and as I mentioned with Prowl, because you have the different colors here in the chest, it is clearly obvious he doesn't have as white of a chest as it looked, because with Prowl, the white and black, it kind of blended in. The shoulder cannons do peg into the shoulders a little tighter than, say, on Blue Streak, but I think it's because these are painted and those were just molded plastic, so you have a little extra layer of thickness. And looking at the gun here, that was done in blue plastic and then painted white. But Other than that, it is that Datsun mold. Oh, got him leaning back a little. For better or for worse, there is that little play in the ankles just to make sure you have it standing upright. And of course, let's go ahead and bring in Prowl and Blue Streak. So we get all the brothers together. And really, as you can see, there is a nice uniform look, but there are some differences, the least of which is that new head. And let me give you a closer look at that head. As you can see, this I think is going to be used on Barricade. So there, compared to the Blue Streak Prowl head. Although I want to say that Blue Streak has a slightly different face than Prowl. I'm not sure. Could just be like a little mold issue, a little paint smear. But definitely this Smokescreen has a different head. And really is a cool figure. Articulation is the same. Like I said, everything is the same. The ports, this, that, and the other thing. So it's really up to you who you would want to buy, which we'll get to in my final thoughts, which are going to come up right now. I had to go for a little Three Musketeers pose with these guys, just so you can get a good look at them. And yeah, the mold is great. It's fun to transform. I have to say I enjoyed transforming the three of them more than I did having to keep doing that Tetrajet Seeker mold. But now the question becomes, if there's only one you're going to buy, which do I recommend? And this becomes a little bit of a tricky issue, because while they're all the same price, roughly around $20 each, Prowl is the only one that can be found at all retail locations, online and brick and mortar. Blue Streak, having more accessories and costing the same price, would be the better value. But being part of the 35th anniversary line is a Walmart exclusive. Smokescreen, having the additional accessories and a preferred paint job in my opinion, because I like the shade of blue, is a fan channel exclusive, which means it can be found at various online retailers, including Big Bad Toy Store and Hasbro Pulse, and maybe brick and mortar GameStop, but not in retailers like Walmart or Target. And remember, I got him as a third-party from a third-party seller on Amazon, not shipped and sold by Amazon directly. So that's what you have to juggle. Personally, I think since they're all the same price, Blue Streak or Smokescreen is the better value because they come with the more accessories. So we're going to remove Prowl from the discussion. The shoulder cannons that they come with are clearly designed and based on the animation model for Smokescreen. Again, I kind of think Smokescreen was supposed to be out first. I don't remember. So with that said, I think the better overall value in purchase is Smokescreen. But if you do live near a Walmart, Blue Streak is just as good. In fact, you can probably get Blue Streak and Prowl. But if you're going to have two of the three Car Brothers, you're probably going to go ahead and want to get the third one, Smokescreen. So just to recap, overall, I think Smokescreen is the best use of this mold. It comes with the most accessories, and the accessories are clearly designed for him, meaning the shoulder cannons. But if you don't shop online or have a GameStop near you, it'll be rather hard to come by, so then Blue Streak would be the second best choice. Prowl can be found everywhere, so if you don't shop online and don't live near or shop at a Walmart, he's a good option too. So yeah, I don't know if that helps clarify anything, but all in all, as I said, great mold, great figures. I'm going to have a lot of fun with Smokescreen. So definitely either one of the three is worth a purchase, but I think Smokescreen is the best. This is your old pal Chuck for Smokescreen, and why not Prowl and Blue Streak. We will see you next time.